Welcome. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Ascent Tournament Series mainstream. Hopefully, you're doing well, as this is the ATS Paradise Cup 3 Ultimate Division Round 3, and the last match of the first stage of the action. Elimination will also be guaranteed, and so will be our top 8 at the end of the night. But while we do get a handle on that, this is a big match as well. 100x Vagabond takes on Team Evo Academy again. Of these teams on Group A that has been rather competitive here, with Vagabond having just beat 100x Knight last week in a 3-1 victory. Vagabond looking to take an unprecedented position as that #1 overall team out of the group. Team Evo Academy, they're playing tonight to not get eliminated. And yes, there are a lot of scenarios here. A lot of other teams are watching these matches as well, because not only will it determine who they play, it'll also determine when they play in the weekend. May 31st, June 1st is the days of the Ultimate Divisions Championship, so join us then for more action, all action those days, with starts at 6 p.m. Eastern. Stream will be starting about 30 minutes before that, so you'll be here for a pretty nice event while we get these teams in the lobby. Let's take a little look at the scenarios for this match specifically. Here they are, and it is covering every single possible outcome here. If 100x Vagabond wins, they will be the #1 overall seed in their group, and they'll go and play in the upper quarterfinals against either Serenix Esports or KCG Chaos, depending on their game differential. The game differential, if they sweep, their game differential will be good enough, they'll play against Serenix Esports, who used to go by Ya Esports in the past. If it's not good enough, if it's a 3-1 or 3-2 win, they have to play against KCG Chaos. Another team that's focusing on this match, again, Evo Academy, and 100x Knight. If Vagabond wins, Knight are the second seed. They play in the lower bracket against the Whiffer Wet Jets in the lower quarterfinals, and Evo Academy will be eliminated. If Evo Academy wins, things change a little bit. The only chance for Evo Academy to make the final bracket is by a 3-0 sweep. They have to sweep Vagabond to make it to that final bracket, and they'd be playing in the lower bracket against Gryffindor version 2. Vagabond would be eliminated, and Knight would be in the upper bracket playing against KCG Chaos. The scoreline is 3-1. It is actually flipped between Vagabond and Academy. Academy is eliminated, Vagabond plays with V2, and Knight would still play KSG Chaos in the upper quarterfinals. And if it's 3-2, Academy is still eliminated, Vagabond would actually be in the upper bracket because of their game differential. It would be better. Their game differential would be tied with Knight, but because they beat Knight, they'd have the advantage over them and take the #1 seed. They'd be playing KSG Chaos in the upper quarterfinals, and Knight would be playing the Whiffer Wet Jets in the lower quarterfinals. Basically, if you're Vagabond, you're hoping for... You need at least 1 win, 2 to be in the upper bracket. I should say 1 game win to stay alive, 2 game wins to at least to go to the upper bracket. If you're Academy, you need a 3-0 sweep, and if you're Knight, you're hoping that Vagabond loses this match. So, big match here, not even for them to lose, but for them to lose 3-1 or worse. So, all 3 of these teams watching each other. Other teams, again, will be watching us again. It's Serenix Esports, KCG Chaos are watching, the Wet Jets are playing, because this also determines when those teams will play later on. Gryffindor V2 is also playing again. Watching, because again, depending on on how this match will go, will also determine when they play and who they play. So, it's going to be a big one. It's a final bracket where there's extra lives for the teams that win out their group. It's a big matchup here. There's a lot of players who will be watching intently. Hopefully get things underway shortly here, but again, got a lot of action to go here. This is a best of 5 crew battles matchup. Again, for all of you who maybe don't know what crew battles. Crew battles is a format that allows teams to use to play in every single game mode. Certain 3v3s for all the odd. We do 3v3 for all the odd games. The even games where things change. In a best of 5, like we will be doing tonight, after game 1, the loser of game 1 will choose between 1s or 2s for game 2, and it'll be the opposite game mode for game 4 if we get there. So a big night for these teams. Again, for Evo Academy, they need to sweep to just make it to that lower bracket. For Vagabond, all they need to do is at least win 1 game to qualify to the top 8, 2 games to be in the upper bracket. And for Knight, they're guaranteed a spot. They're just watching this, waiting to see if they'll be in uppers or lowers. If Vagabond lose 3-1 or worse, they're in uppers. If Vagabond wins again 2 games, they're in lowers. And for a team like 100x Knight, who, again, could not beat Vagabond last week, that loss might start to haunt them here. A roster that, for Knight, that is, I mean, just won in ATS Season 4 in the Pinnacle Cup. Clearly, they would not be happy with this. In fact, all these teams are actually going to be showing up in ATS Season 5, so that is happening pretty soon. Sign-ups do close this weekend on June 1st. So if you want to sign up before June 2nd. That is next Monday in the Ascent Tournament Series! Discord. Chat to get a link there. But we're in for quite a run here and for quite the series. Here we go. Things are going to be getting interesting for all these players, but go to will be the final bracket, which we will be showcasing later tonight, because, again, after this matchup, we will know our top 8, and we will know when they play. So, again, while the times themselves may not be completely set in stone, the top 8 teams will be, and their matches will be as well. So, we'll wait a little bit, get everybody in the lobby here for our one and only match of the night, the last of the Ultimate Division here in the Ascent Tournament Series. Paradise Cup 3 again, sponsored by Team Evo, Sport FC, and Kyle G. We're going to have some great action. This is going to be a great net match, and I'm really looking forward to this. Vagabond, I don't know if they're the real deal or not, but yeah, I mean, they came into this one quite late. They were the last team added. We're definitely one of the lower seeded teams in this tournament. I think they're the second seed in this group. And, I mean, they didn't start off very well. I mean, they had a bye week in their first week. We didn't know how they were going to do. Things got a little easier for them with that Evo Academy losing by a sweep in week 1. But again, their win overnight, that's what really surprised people. People were expecting that this week would be a week to see if they battle for qualification. And it still is. It still very much is. But they've made their life so much easier now. They only need to win 1 game. 2, again, to be in that upper bracket. What a night it will be here. But yeah, for Team Evo Academy, that sweep loss in week 1 is come back to haunt them here. They need to do quite well here. Again, a sweep is the only outcome they can have here that will allow them to make it into the top 8. They'll be playing against, again, they'll be playing against, if we take a look on our screen, against, I believe, what was it? Gryffindor V2? Yeah, Gryffindor version 2 in that lower bracket. But again, they got a lot of work to do. They got to sweep. I mean, for Evo Academy, that's the only way they can qualify is if they sweep. As who's the underdog? I'd probably say Evo Academy. Considering that they haven't played well, and considering Vagabond just beat Hunter X Knight, I think Evo Academy are the clear underdogs in this one. They have a lot of work to do. They got to sweep. That is not an easy thing to do, and not exactly something that... Well, they didn't prove it against Knight. They didn't play very well against them. They got swept. That was the first match that we got to stream. Again, Vagabond beat Knight 3-1. Vagabond's clearly shown up to a top-tier roster, and for Evo Academy, it's going to be more than difficult for them to actually even get a spot in that top 8. They're going to have quite a difficult run here, but again, I can't say it's impossible here. I still don't know how good this Vagabond team is. They're quite new. They're not unknown, because I mean, we got K Dante and Cypher on this roster, but they're quite a new team. I would definitely hold my breath if I am a fan of Hunter X Vagabond, because I don't know how good this team's going to perform. As again, their roster, K Dante, Cypher, and Osclo. Boy, what a big match it is to end off the first stage of your season. But man, this is going to be quite a night of Rocket League action as we'll go in game here. Oh boy, I didn't think it would come down to this for all these teams, but everybody in this group's watching. Groups outside this group are watching to see where the playoffs will end up. Vagabond takes on Team Evo Academy. Here we go, a best of 5 series. This is it. You perform, you make it, you lose, and things could get interesting here. For Vagabond and Evo Academy have not qualified just yet to the top 8. For Evo Academy, they've got to sweep to make it. For Vagabond, it will take 1 game and 1 game only to make top 8. From there on out, I'll explain more as this series continues, but it is Vagabond, 135 Esports on the blue, Team Evo Academy on the orange. And qualification still open for both of these rosters. There's 1 spot remaining, only one of these 2 teams can take it. For May 31st, next Saturday. That's our next Vagabond trying to keep things go. We'll get that first flick, and for Evo Academy, we're Krontek, Pallets, and Zanestar. Krontek, Pallets, both well-known players on this Evo Academy. Zanestar, a relatively new addition as a player, again, who's known to float around different rosters. I'll be interested to see how he'll fit into this roster, as Krontek trying to find that first goal will make things a little bit easier. Zanestar jumps in. Pallets will be quite the player to watch here. He's often known as the player that really does lead this roster in stat lines. Been on this team for quite a long time. He's their highest ranked player, usually their top performer in a lot of clutch moments. Tonight will need to be one of his best performances because our next Vagabond proving they are not an easy team to take on. It's Kron. Off that sidewall, another chance for Evo Academy. Has Zainstar midfield! Will be kept away, but nobody back! Pallets with goal 1! Vagabond sat back! And by the time they realized that pass was coming, they've already had a double commit. In comes Pallets, it's goal 1 for Team Evo. Still more action to come though as Team Evo Academy 1 goal up. Osclo can't win this one. Ron keeps things moving as it will be K Dante and Osclo jumping in. Another double hit for Vagabond as this 3v3 game continues. Team Evo Academy looking like they are a well-oiled machine right now, but this Vagabond offense is quite tough to deal with. Do not be surprised when they start throwing in more opportunities. As here we go, continuation, as off the back wall goes Zane. Osclo will keep that one out. Dante, part of Hunter's Mizuki last season, if I'm not wrong, a team that made a pretty far run, top 4 in the Season 4 Apex Cup. Zainstar was on with Guardian Leviosa, a team that did not make it to the top 8 in the Phoenix Cup of that same season, but it's a whole different position! And I said it, Vagabond, their offense is tough to take on. That is a huge goal as well, slid right under last defender by K Dante. And Vagabond now tie this game at 1. Under that for Evo Academy, if they lose this game, they have no chances. No more chances to make it to top 8. As Pallets, followed by Krontek, challenged by Osclo. As K Dante waits, Pallets, he doesn't have an easy touch on this one, has to get up quickly. K Dante still has it, Zainstar will clear it away. And Krontek will get rid of the danger as Zane again. He's got open room, 2 back, Cypher can't take it, but K Dante will. Kron, another shot, that's on net, no it's not, it's off the front post. And it will stay wide as Evo Academy will look again. But will not look alive. This one will be, not kept away. Kron's jumped in on this. It will be Team Evo Academy ball as Pallets in front of the net. Cypher will be next to it, and Vagabond will get rid of this one. So gets past 1. Pallets on that dribble. Stopped by K Dante. Cypher. It's a little doink in front. It was an open net there for K Dante, but he didn't have the right angle on it, and this game stays all even as Cypher. Krontek keeps it out. Team Evo Academy jump again as it will be Pallets. Osclo to Cypher. Team Evo jumping into the way as Krontek off the back wall. Osclo able to have this one as Zainstar keeps going, but it's a huge dunk! And K Dante with a second! Zainstar got a bit cute with this one. Tried to go for the quick play upfield, but K Dante had already gotten there. Rushed play will mean a rushed mistake. Now Vagabond lead 2-1. It's K Dante up again, looking for another goal, but that one kept wide. As it will be Zainstar up next, all alone here without any boost to work with. Needs support, and it will come from Pallets. Not a lot of offense so far for Evo Academy, only that first goal to really speak of. They have not been great at staying aggressive since. As Zainstar, he might lose this one. K Dante again, right in his face. But here goes Krontek. Cypher, can he get back? He will. It's kept off the goal line. As Pallets goes again. Cypher to clear. Osclo to the back wall. Kept up by Zainstar. As 30 seconds left here. Team Evo Academy still on the offensive. But they're running out of time to keep their season and their hopes of being in the final bracket alive. Cypher beats Zanestar. Pallets is the only one back, and they'll need a good clear from him as he's past one. Now gets over the second. Pallets flip reset over Cypher. It's in front, kept away. Osclo got on the end of that one. Pallets goes again, trying to will his team forward for one last chance. Cypher to keep it all out. Zanestar needs to keep this one alive. It's kept off the corner. Contact, an infield option. It's Pallets to go. Cypher on the way. And K. Dante keeps it out. One last touch. It's over. Evo Academy eliminated as 100x Vagabonds guarantee a spot in the top 8. And just like that, for Evo Academy, their season will end with this series. 100x Vagabond kept that 1 goal lead. K. Dante had 7 shots that game. And that means no matter how the rest of the series goes, Team Evo Academy will have no more chances to make that top 8. They will be eliminated at the end of the nights, but for 100x Vagabond, a sigh of relief. They win game 1 now. They're in a great position. If they win one more, they guarantee a spot in the top 8. As Team Evo Academy making the call for 2v2 action. So this one will now lead to 2s and maybe a little bit more action, who knows. But for as again, I really do wonder here. Things will go here as we're gonna get a lobby reset real quick. As again, that is it for Evo Academy's season. Again, if we take a look at our little take a look at the scenarios here. Evo Academy could have only made it with a 3-0 sweep because it's 3-1. If Evo Academy were to win this series, Vagabond will be playing against Gryffindor V2, and Knight will be playing against KCG Chaos. Again, one more win, and Knight will be sent to the lower bracket. They'll only be able to play with 1 life, so 100x Knight and their fans, they need Team Evo Academy to win here and to keep that momentum moving. We go into game 2 of this best of 5. One more game 1, and for Knight and Vagabond, a lot of their matches will be confirmed. For Vagabond, they got K. Dante and Cypher taking on Krontek and Pallets. Again, reminder, Evo Academy made the call for 2v2. Many games as they can here, as it will be Cypher to keep the possession. Vagabond, though, trying to win out that group, and again, to do so, they only need 1 more game, as it will be K. Dante finding Cypher. Plus, we'll take this one back, but at this point, Vagabond, whether they know it or not, they can relax a little bit now. Guaranteed a spot in the top 8, but the team that really doesn't have pressure on right now is Team Evo Academy. They have no more chances to make that final bracket. They're guaranteed to be eliminated, so at this point now, the pressure's gone for Team Evo Academy. They're just looking to end off the season with at least a win. Again, they got swept by 100x Knight in the opening match of the season. More rather, the opening match of the tournament, I should say. As 100x Vagabond will keep it away. Pallets. The back wall will still be there. Puts this one on as K. Dante on the save. Contact. Ceiling. Cypher can't reach it. Vagabond will continue to try to really suffocate Team Evo Academy as K. Dante keeps moving. Will win that challenge over Krontek. Up goes Cypher looking for goal 1. That one pinched wide. As Team Evo Academy running low on boost. And they're not going to get away with it easily here. Pallets has nothing. Cypher with a ton of room to work. Gets by 1, but won't get the flick past Kron as now he fixed K. Dante. And now it's Team Evo Academy 1-on-1. The dribble. Kron will get the first goal. And while their season, their season, whatever you call it, might be over, Team Evo Academy still wants to end this tournament in style. And against Vagabond of all teams, why not get a win? As they are 1 goal now up in the game mode they did decide on. As Pallets Takes the skies, will be kept away is Cypher. Up by Krontek. On now, looking for a second, and it will be that way. 2 goals now for Team Evo Academy. Clearly Team Evo in their elements. This is the mode that Palace and Krontek are probably both best at. So it doesn't surprise me too much that they would find themselves in some comfort here. As Hunter's Vagabond will get another clear away. Now they're looking for a goal themselves. A Cypher kept out by Krontek. Evo still not done. I mean, this is 2v2 after all. This is a usually quite high-scoring game mode, so 2-goal lead may not be enough to beat Hunter's Vagabond as Krontek. Conte. Pallets. Sidewall still is Pallets as he's got an option in midfield. We'll go right for it, and right on the nose of Krontek. A hat-trick for Krontek. It's not without the work that Pallets has done behind the scenes, and I mean, passes like those, they make your life as a striker so easy. Team Evo Academy. Gotta be feeling pretty good. That is a monumental achievement right now. 3 goals up in the 2v2 game mode as it's now gonna be 2 goals. Cypher has already answered. A little bit more difficulty now, if you will, as Cypher just splits the defense. Again, for Evo Academy, that lead, still even 3 goals is probably not enough to win a 2v2 game convincingly. You need a few more. That's what they're doing here. They're right off the kickoff, and they've gotten possession again here as Kron kept back by Cypher. Off the back wall will be... Ooh, it's a miss from Pallets! Dante can score here! Pallets did well to get on that recovery. Could have very easily have been a goal for Dante. Great job on defense, and Evo Academy will, at this point, continue to sort of slow down this Vagabond push. Just Dante on the chase. Trying to take down a defender with him, but will be cleared ahead as Cypher doesn't have boost, and Dante didn't know! Pallets will take another 4-1. This miscommunication, Dante didn't know Cypher had 0 boost, or at least he didn't realize. But clearly Pallets did. That will leave things open for the taking. Cypher trying to look for another! He'll get it! It's an own goal, but still goes in for Cypher. And Hunter's Vagabond trying to keep things close late in this game. The action continues. Krontek. Sidewall will be challenged by Dante. Pallets, still. Flip reset, surely that's 5. Oh, it's gone off the post, now it's 5 from Krontek. He's had 4 goals on 5 shots. And clearly Evo Academy making the correct call in Game 2. They were swept by Hunter's Knight earlier. In this bracket, they will not be swept by Hunter's Vagabond. Unless things change. This looks like an Evo Academy Game 2 victory, and reminder that all the odd games are 3v3, so Evo Academy, they'll have to go back to 3v3, back to the game mode that they lost in Game 1. What this Vagabond roster is made for, really what a lot of these rosters are made for. But Evo Academy, they're not out of it just yet, though, because that's an open chance for Vagabond, and rare recognition from Cypher actually got turned up on that bump one. Krontek still got there fast enough. And this game's still up in the air, as if Vagabond can hasten a little bit on their scoring. This is absolutely a game that they could still win. It's Pallets off the ceiling. Flicks it low. Will actually get around Cypher with just that touch, but Dante back the other way. Flip reset. Krontek got bumped still. Able to get on the way as Cypher. Pallets, that is an open net the other way, but Dante's back with it. Pallets will go take boost as Dante clears it away. Pallets trying to jump on this as Cypher to the net. Oh, it's kept out by Pallets. Team Evo Academy on a huge goal line save. Now a clear ahead. Krontek can't put it on. And it's open to the way. Cypher erased the ball. Pallets can't catch up. And 100x Vagabond, with 30 seconds to go, have a real chance of taking game 2 now. They need one more in regulation, at least. And they'll find themselves in a great position to go up 2-0 in the series, guaranteeing themselves a spot in that top 8. But also send Hardux Knight to the lower brackets. Pallets again. Pallets still. It will be Cypher who can keep this one out, as Pallets won't be able to recover. And honestly, neither will K. Dante. He's still far back. Cypher's going to keep things in the air, as Pallets will not be able to go. K. Dante with room. A flip reset. Cypher can't put it on, as the shot really wasn't there for him. And Evo Academy will clear this one away to take game 2. So for Evo Academy now, I don't think they've changed any of the scenarios just yet. If they can win one more, it would at least guarantee. They could at least continue to try to guarantee themselves. But again, 3-1 means that, again, for Evo Academy, they'd be eliminated. And Vagabond will play the Gryffindor version 2 roster. Again, if they can continue to win, they win 3-1, Vagabond would be sent to the would be in the lower brackets. Is one step closer to their hopes in that lower bracket, as well, their hopes of sending the Vagabond to the lower bracket, getting any sort of revenge on them they can. Again, they don't really care about the scenarios at this point. They're just playing for, for whatever they can get out of it. Reminder, Game 3 is 3v3 all over again, so these teams will go right back into the game mode that Vagabond won in Game 1. That will definitely change things around, as Game 4 will also be a 1v1 game mode. Zanestar will have to play against Osklo, and Osklo is definitely a pretty good 1v1 player. I would definitely have my bets on Osklo in the 1v1. But that's what these teams are here for. Here for the action, here for the moments, as we go into Game 3, and Vagabond trying to guarantee themselves in a top 8 spot. One goal will definitely help them out here, as immediately off kickoff, it is K. Dante who just tanks that touch from Krontek. Hunter's Vagabond, 3 seconds into this game, have already put themselves on a good mark, as Krontek on the challenge. Osklo will be Pallets, can't win the play, as Osklo still on this one, and it's going to be a second for 100x Vagabond. Evo Academy have not adapted well to 3v3. Doesn't help that Pallets with a whiff there. Zanestar was already pushing up for the challenge, and that is, whether it's bad communication or just a mistake from Pallets, really going to make things tougher for Team Evo Academy. And for 100x Knight, I'm sure they're not looking very happy about this outcome, because again, reminder, one more game, and they got to play in the lower brackets. A lot of 100x Knight would now wish that they could have played better against 100x Vagabond earlier in this tournament, since Team Evo will go for the challenge. Alex kept out as Dante jumps in. Zanestar on the play. Cypher. Dealing will be Osklo, as Tech can't win this one. Osklo again. Flicked up. Okay, Dante. Ooh, and multiplayers go there for Evo Academy, but they will keep it out. Sends it away. Very little on offense so far, and unfortunately for Evo Academy, it may stay that way for the rest of this game. As Krontek finds Cypher. Really put this one far out of reach as they can for Evo Academy, and that's going to be cleared back the other way. Is that on? It's off the post. Now it's in, as Osklo will have that last touch. And man, this lead just continuing to rise. 100x Vagabond. Again, it's all in their control, whether they go to uppers or not, as Cypher's going to be a bit more careful here. Will get to the ball as Pallets wins that challenge. Zanestar will Be left for K Dante. On that dribble, keeps it out. Cypher jumps in, but will be Palace to win the ball. Zanestar, very awkward on defense, does get the play out as Cypher was looking to challenge. Now Palace on the demo, but Krontek can't go. K Dante. Zanestar, he can't go. Cypher to the back wall, trying to find Oscloyo, but get very far on that one as Oscloyo again leaves things for Cypher. Eric's Vagabond have a lot to play for still, as K Dante, Oscloyo and K Dante looking to make it 4, but he didn't have the challenge, and Team Evo Academy will, for now, keep things at a 3-goal difference. Still, they need the score here. Now, half the game to go. Their offense again has been very ineffective so far to the 3v3 game mode, and Vagabond continuing to try to keep them back as Pallets to the net, kept out by K Dante. Pallets trying to chase him down as Vagabond will clear this one out. Demo by Pallets. Gonna make things awkward for Oscloyo as Zanestar, Cypher. Up is K Dante. It's the back wall. He can still go. He'll leave it for Cypher instead. Oscloyo will not turn on this. And Team Evo Academy will have it away. Still, they gotta find goals as Palace trying to make things happen. But K Dante's back, and it's back to the orange half of the field they go. Wins the challenge. Cypher jumps in. Won't beat Pallets. Evo Academy on a quick break. Get nowhere. Every chance they go upfield with, it's immediately sent back. Onyx Vagabond with just such great control of the field, such great field awareness to go for those clears. I mean, again, they have a lot to play for still here as Zanestar kept out by K Dante. Pallets. Krontek, that's gonna go up the back post, and in goes Zanestar, saved by Oscloyo. Pallets. Zanestar. Cypher. In play as Krontek will get that next touch. Evo Academy still having no little success in the 3v3 mode, but maybe a little bit of hope late in this one. Almost 4 full minutes of nothing, broken by this shot from Pallets. And for Evo Academy, if they want to win this 3v3 mode, if they want to give themselves some real good hope going into the rest of the series, it's going to take a massive comeback to do it. Be quite tough indeed, as off the back wall will be Zanestar again. That's going to be saved away by Oscloyo as K Dante, Krontek, Oscloyo, Pallets trying to find Zanestar, and he's already up for this one. Great recognition, but Vagabond were just a little bit more ready for it. Now they'll try to keep that ball away. Bump on one. Zane to the ceiling. Get rid of Cypher, but that play goes to the back of the orange field. And Pallets trying to find something, but it's infield for Cypher for 4. And 100x Vagabond may have ended all that momentum that Evo Academy had from their last goal right there. As K Dante finds Cypher. And Vagabond proving that they're just a little bit faster than Evo Academy tonight. And that speed definitely making a difference here. Time will wind down, and for Vagabond, this game, as it will gonna be another goal for Evo Academy late. As long as they can hold on to this 2-goal lead in these last 12 seconds, this game and this win will guarantee themselves a spot in the upper bracket. Not only a guaranteed top 6 finish, but an extra life in their first match as well. A huge advantage, because that means they'll be guaranteed to play on both Saturday and Sunday, May 31st and June 1st. Evo Academy still unable to really figure out the 3v3 game mode here against Onyx Vagabond. This offense for Vagabond is so tough to counter. Clearly Evo Academy don't have an answer for that right now, as Vagabond lead the series 2-1 after 3 games. Now they're in the driver's seat. Again, if all they wanted was a spot in that upper bracket, they've gotten it here with a 2-game win. The worst they can do is a 3-2 loss, where they would be playing against KCG Chaos. In fact, that's all they can do now is play against KCG Chaos. 3-2 loss, a 3-2 win, or a 3-1 win for Vagabond would all be the same. They'd be playing against KCG Chaos. Knight would be playing against the Whiffer Wet Jets in the lower bracket. By this point, the final bracket has already been confirmed. For Vagabond, the only way they could have changed who they played in the upper bracket would have been had they swept Team Evo Academy. They would have had to play. They would have played against the easier opponent on paper in Serenix Esports, but obviously they can't. As now we go to the 1v1 game mode. And again, it will be Askloyo versus Zanestar. Or Osklo, I should really say, but Osklo versus Zanestar. And this is a big match here for Vagabond and for Evo Academy. Now that everything's been confirmed, there is really nothing to be worried about here as we go right into the 1v1 mode. Vagabond, a 3-1 win would be pretty nice for themselves, for Team Evo Academy. Again, just hoping they can end their tournament at least on a positive. Askloyo definitely favored in the 1v1 mode, as that's going to be a flick right in. Zanestar had no chance, was way too far back. And Hunter's Vagabond are going to look to make this one a quick, consistent, and concise win. Goals like these will definitely help them. Again, for Zanestar just too far back. He's definitely outranked by Osklo. Well, now he's whiffed it. Osklo, surely this is a 2-0 lead, and it will be a miss for Zanestar. And another goal for Osklo. Hunter's Vagabond will continue their scoring. In Evo Academy, I mean, they probably got the toughest group of the Ultimate Division. Coming into this group, I think many would agree, as the third seed. A very good third seed, but unfortunately the third seed, they've already had a lot of they already had a lot against a lot favoring against them here. They were the lowest ranked team, and Vagabond and Knight's pretty good. Really, the only hope they had was Vagabond losing tonight, but clearly that didn't happen. Really left tonight to be one where they had to throw everything out of the window and just everything at that Vagabond team, and in only one game they took away any hopes that Evo Academy had of winning this thing. Looking to win the group on a perfect record. Vagabond will only need to get one more win here, and considering that after this is the 3v3 mode that Team Evo Academy have been outplaced in every game so far, I mean, things don't look good for Evo Academy. They don't even look good in this game. It is a 3-goal difference. And again, Zanestar just playing too far back. Osklo has a lot of free room to shoot, and he's a good 1v1 player. You can't give him room. He will score. His offense is good enough. And for Zanestar, he's got to play a lot closer to Osklo. Because simply, but if he gives Osklo space, Osklo so far has not missed. So Zanestar surely will get one back. He will up the kickoff. A goal back for Zanestar. I really feel bad for Zanestar because he's a player that's been around for a good couple seasons, but he's always been able to just not be able to make top 8. He's had a decent streak now of tournaments in ATS where he has not been able to make a top 8 finish. This will be another one for him. Again, last season was with Guardian Leviosa. The season before was Team Skyline. Ember, another team that couldn't make top 8 in their division, which I think was the Advent Cup in Season 3. You definitely feel pretty bad for a player like Zanestar because he's such a consistent figure in the Sun Tournament series. And yet, he has faced some terrible fortune when it comes to being able to make it to those playoff dates. As Osklo will take another challenge. Zane doing all he can to try to keep Team Evo Academy in this series, but Osklo just making him use boost, and now he has possession as Zane will go early. Osklo chases him down, but will race back. It is actually a good chance for Zanestar to go for something off the back wall. Osklo has it, and he gives Zanestar no chance to attack. A masterfully well-played touch there from Osklo. Simple, using not that much boost to begin with, forcing Zanestar to really consider the fact that he can't challenge there. He will have another chances. Could go for an early flick. Instead, will take his time. Going for the bump. Oh, he's hit the bar. That shot hit the bar, and Zanestar will look again as Osklo chasing him down. Zanestar, a little bit panicked, but he does win the challenge. And it's a second goal in a row. Zanestar is fighting back now. Team Evo Academy, again, would love to end their season on a high note. Sure, this would be a great place to do it here as Oslo to the back wall. It'll be Zanestar to keep things out, as now on the dribble is Zane. Oslo, gotta be careful here as he'll take that challenge. Zanestar, he's out of position. Oslo scores 4-2 as Vagabond take yet another. And the game just continues to feel like it's getting worse and worse for them. Two minutes to go. Oslo in great position. In fact, he might get another flip reset. He didn't get much on it, but Zanestar wasn't in position to challenge. He doesn't need much to score there. 5-2 now as Oslo back up to a 3-goal lead. And Hunter's Vagabond, pretty comfortable looking like right now. They can, if they can just continue to stay comfortable, if Oslo can continue to play the way he is, this looks like this could be a 3-1 series victory. And they were the last team added in this season, or really this tournament's added in actually quite late to ATS after the sign-up period closed. They were the 12th team, the last team, a newer roster as well, full of very accomplished players. We didn't know how well they were going to be during this. Again, considering that Group A was definitely the toughest group of the Ultimate Division. But they've weathered the storm. They're going to win out in Group A. If things continue to go like this, and you gotta give credit to Vagabond. I mean, Knights in the same group as them. I mean, nobody thought nobody thought anybody was gonna even lay a finger on Knights. And Vagabond came in and beat them. They're the #1 team in this group. Again, this is the Knight roster that just won in our ATS Season 4 Pinnacle Cup, the top division. I mean, we're talking about players who are well into SSL, and Vagabond took them down in the Paradise Cup 3. If they can play well, they'll take down Evo Academy. They'll win out the group. I mean, I don't think anybody saw this one coming. Benedict's Knights, I thought they couldn't lose in this group, but Vagabond took them down in round 2. Now in round 3, going to do the same to Evo Academy. You just end there to have a perfect group record here, as you gotta feel bad for Zanestar, an open net miss, and it's another one for Oslo. And with a minute left, I think Team Evo Academy have started to show the white flag now. They have time, but they don't have a lot of it, and with the way that Oslo's been playing, he is not going to give up 4 goals in 60 seconds to Zanestar. Fact of anything, he looks like he's going to add to this lead. 8-3 now, as he'll dribble around Zanestar. You gotta feel bad for Zanestar. This is not exactly a match he was expected to ever win again and to put the whole series on the line on this match really does hurt for Zanestar. But for Hunter X Vagabond, all he needed was 2 game wins. But they'll win out the series. They'll go to that upper bracket. They'll be playing against KCG Chaos in their upper quarterfinals round. As for Hunter X Knight, again, they play the way for Wet Jets in the lower round 1. The rest of the bracket will be confirmed as well. As soon as this match is over, I'll show you all what the bracket will be looking like. Vagabond, 34 seconds to go before they can win this series and lead their group 2-0. As Oslo will send this one away. Zanestar, 30 seconds to go. Gonna find anything to take at the end of this game. He's put up a valiant effort against Oslo, but he's gonna need a lot of goals to really feel like he's accomplished something. But 5 goals, honestly, might be enough for him to just feel like he's accomplished something. This Oslo's good at once. Zanestar's good too, but he was never expected to win this match. The fact he's keeping it relatively close, and he's been relatively competitive throughout the entirety of it, should be, worthy of praise on its own. But unfortunately, his team needed to win this game. It won't happen. Hunter's Vagabond will take the series away. That 3-2 will be the end scoreline. Evo Academy are eliminated from the Paradise Cup 3. As for Vagabond, they head to the upper bracket, a guaranteed top 6 finish at this point. And boy, what a tournament so far for Vagabond. The storyline of the Ultimate Division, I have to think. And boy, it continues to get interesting, because they'll be playing against KCG Chaos now in that upper bracket. What a hugely impressive result here. And again, I am more than impressed with what we saw from them. And again, seriously, just a impressive performance from Hunter x Vagabond. I mean, they have been the storyline of this event, and they continue to prove that that story for Vagabond just isn't going to stop anytime soon. This is, I mean, seriously, an impressive result. To beat Knights was already quite a storyline in itself. To now take this win to lead out your group. Again, I'm seriously impressed. We will, as again, that is a 3-1 series victory here for 100x Vagabond. Again, that will make this final bracket all complete at this point. All of you who are wondering, I am pulling up the bracket right now here. As let's take a look at our final bracket now for the Ultimate Division. Again, this is May 31st and June 1st. This weekend will be our final bracket. 100x Vagabond, what a performance this tournament so far. It's still not over. They got a tough match. KCG Chaos are going to be a tough team to play. So NXT Sports plays against Torrent Jillion, but before that, we'll have our lower bracket matches. 100x Knight, because they didn't win out their group, will be playing in the lower bracket against Wiffer Wetjets, and Wiffer version 2 will play against portable document format files. That is for elimination, so we'll have some teams eliminated early on our first day of the final bracket. But again, what a tournament so far. We won the final scoreline here tonight. As again, this is our final bracket. Again, May 31st. First match is at 6 p.m. Eastern. Reminder that, of course, we will be live earlier than that to deliver a short pre-show. But man, what a night so far for all these teams. This is, quite honestly, incredible tournament so far. It's an incredible performance for a lot of these players. Incredible performance, I mean, tonight for 100x Vagabond. Yeah, those are all best of 7s as well. There'll be a slightly different format, a slightly different viewing, but all for that final tournament to win the entirety of this thing, as 100x Vagabond will win tonight. And to thank you all very soon, as we are going to get an interview with Osclo, so give me a moment. We're going to get Osclo to join us here for this one. Vagabond, what a tournament so far. To beat Knight, to beat Evo Academy. I mean, this is a tough group to go 2-0 in this group. Quite impressive, and now to join us to talk about it is Osclo. Welcome in, Osclo, a 3-1 victory. 100x Vagabond, you've guaranteed a spot in the upper bracket with that victory. How are you feeling tonight? This has been a historic tournament for you guys, and being a new roster, I mean, you could not have asked for anything better for your first time together.
Yeah, we knew coming in we really wanted Dante, because Phoenix kind of retired for a little bit. But yeah, we really wanted Dante, and we managed to pick him up, and I think it shows that we're a pretty good team.
It absolutely does, and you beat Knight earlier, now you beat Team Evo Academy. I mean, coming in this Group A was definitely touted as the toughest group of the bunch. Talk to me about this one. This group was tough. The odds were not in your favor in this group to get that #1 spot, to even really have a to even have a clear opportunity to take that number 1 seed. Talk to me what it's like to, because I feel like you guys have oftentimes been under doubted, and in this group you definitely were doubted. What was it like to be doubted in this group and to essentially prove not only the analysts wrong, but to maybe even prove maybe some of your own internal thoughts wrong?
Well, yeah, when we played Knight 100x Knight, they subbed in one of their subs, and their third popped in. He said that it wouldn't have mattered whether or not, like, if they played with the sub or not. And I think even if they did start their main roster, I think we would have won regardless. Hopefully, we get to see that matchup in playoffs.
Well, of course, but for you guys, your first match will not be Knight; it'll be KCG Chaos. So the tough matches only continue. You guys seem to have a knack of facing off against all the really tough teams here. So KCG Chaos is your first match. That's going to be on May 31st for the upper bracket quarterfinals. What's your plan going into against KCG Chaos? Because it's another tough team, another good roster. You guys have proven a lot of people wrong so far, but to continue to do this, that's going to be a tough thing to do.
Yeah, well, we'll see on the day how we're feeling and how they're feeling as well. I know they're a pretty good roster, but we've beat pretty good rosters in the past.
I mean, you did that with Knights. There's no doubt how good
Yeah.
that roster is as well. So you guys are looking pretty good. Your final bracket's coming up pretty soon. You got a lot to prepare for. What do you want people to know about you guys before you play on Saturday? What should people know about this Vagabond roster?
Dante's next up. Dante is going to be a pro. Saying it now. 2 years later, 2 years time, Dante will be pro.
I love that confidence there. Okay, Dante had a pretty good performance tonight, and so did you, and so did Hunter's Vagabond. Thank you so much for joining Oslo. Before you leave, Daniel, Senouts, any final words to say before you guys go warm up and practice for your upcoming final bracket matchup?
Good luck this weekend to everybody.
Thanks for joining Oslo. Have an amazing rest of your evening. Good work to Hunter's Vagabond. Congratulations on making it
Bye-bye.
to a guaranteed top 6 position. Have an amazing rest of your night. We'll see you next weekend, and what a night it has been as well. Oslo joining us there to chat a little bit, but it is, again, guaranteed top 6 for Hunter's Vagabond with that victory. Thank you all so much for joining. That ends the first stage of the Ultimate Division. Again, a reminder, May 31st, June 1st will be our final bracket for that. If you guys want to be here as well, the weekend after, June 7th and 8th, will be our Excellence Division. They're still running a couple more matches, so yeah, we do not have any confirmations on who's playing in that final bracket. We don't have confirmation on the matches in that bracket just yet. By the end of the week, we will, and hopefully I'll be able to deliver to all of you guys on stream. For now, take care, have an amazing rest of your nights, and we'll see you guys soon. Back again next Saturday, May 31st, will be the start of the Ultimate Division Championship. I hope to see you all then. Again, kickoff for our first match at 6 p.m. Eastern. Take care. We'll see you guys then.